The life of Francis Cabot Lowell. You know it. Born on April 7, 1775, in Newburyport, Massachusetts, Francis Cabot Lowell was a member of a large aristocratic New England family that just so happened to dominate the business and culture in their state. Lowell graduated from Harvard University in 1793, then soon after set up a shop as a merchant. He was somewhat known as a U.S. business pioneer. In 1802, he set up the India Wharf warehouses in Boston. It became a big trade center. He needed people to run his mills in the factories, so he had women do the jobs for low payment wages. They were called Lowell Mill Girls. They could work as young as 10 years old. The ladies started working back in the 1800s and worked for many hours straight per week. If they were lucky, they earned up to $2 a week to help and support themselves and their families. The life of a mill girl was extremely hard.
Mill girls are young girls, as young as 10 years old, who worked in cotton factories. They started working in Lowell, Massachusetts in the 1800s. Mill owners had built cotton mills there because they needed water power to turn the gears that made the cotton mills run. The mill girls worked in the cotton mills because there were not many jobs with good wages. For example, outside the mills girls could only work as house servants or sewing. Their wages could be as low as 50 cents a week. As a mill girl, they could get up to $2 a week.
With that money, mill girls could help their families or earn a living. They could also be more independent. Mill girls' life was hard. They had to start work at 5 a.m. and they worked 13 to 14 hours a day in the factory. If they were late, they could get fired. They had breakfast and dinner, but no lunch. There were also bad conditions the mill girls had to face in the factory.
One problem is that the windows were closed to keep the thread from breaking, but that made the factories really hot and smell bad from the lamps that burned whale oil. Some girls even fainted because of the heat and smell. Other problems was that the machines were very noisy. They were so noisy that some mill girls went deaf.
Their lives were also difficult outside the mill. For example, mill girls were packed in little boarding houses or dorms. They had to pay the mill owner to live there.
The mill owner said they were losing money, so they raised the rent on apartments. And for mill girls, wages went down. Mill owners said that the cotton mills were not making enough money. The country was also facing hard conditions.
These disastrous conditions, these horrible injuries, led some women to speak out for themselves. For example, Harriet Robinson, a mill girl, stood up and gave a speech about her feelings. Her speech inspired other mill girls to speak for themselves too and go on strike. At first, they were not successful, but that did not stop them. The mill girls went on strike for 75 years till they made the mill owners give better conditions and pay.